I don't know. You don't really go to ask for it. You just someone that you know, from before. They would house you, and then you would just go to the guard precinct, and they'd set you up.
Wonderful,
Yes.
thank you.
So it is something for past relationships, not formal application. You talk funny. Fire just blinks and chuckles at that. I do talk funny. I am from a land far away. How far? Very far. Wow. Mia looks like halfway of like, this kid's so dumb, to this kid is dumb. She's like in between those two states right now.
It was so far away that I hadn't even heard of it before.
He thinks for a moment. Casa Rosa?
No, that's my hometown.
Wow. Where be Casa Rosa?
Far.
Very far.
How far would it be? A couple of weeks?
That's a good question. I'm not gonna pinpoint exactly where it is, but I will give you like the general like area.
It's
it
like
could be.
ballpark.
Yeah, it would be on the eastern side of Eulonia, so anywhere from like, was this like 35 to 90 miles? If we're going to smack dab averaging, then it'd be like 50. Of course, that's by the bird flies, so by roads, it's probably way longer.
If you had wings and you could fly, it'd be about 50 miles.
Aw. He's just sad at the if you could fly. Lame. Can't fly. Flies away. I wish, but I'm not one of them. He thinks of the name. Sycarite? Sycarite? Thanks for a moment. The people that are really north of here?
I don't know.
That-
Anyone of us know what he's talking about?
None of you have the lore for this one location.
Mm-hmm.
Not even Roma.
Storybook. Kiddo.
Thank you very much, young sir, for the news. You're welcome, pretty lady.
Do you happen to know if all of the inns in town are currently full?
Mm-hmm. He nods. I mean, in the few, he thinks for a moment. I mean, there's some that have like people, extracting out of them. They sometimes got rooms, but they're really fast to get filled up.
I would imagine.
Especially something for our size. She gestures at like the 10 of you or whatever there are.
Karadoc takes out a silver piece, hands it to the boy. You've been immensely helpful. Buy yourself something nice.
Thank you, sir.
Greg grimace at you, Karadoc.
He puts the coin away. I'll do it after my shift.
That's a good lad.
He just sort of smiles at the mention of after my shift. He's so diligent.
Aw.
So, you guys have your news. There are some other smaller tidbits here and there. There is it depends on what town you're in. Some towns do have a what's it called? Not itinerary. Mortuary section?
Obituaries.
Obituary, thank you.
There you go.
This place does not.
Oh, okay. I was about to say Hawk would check that.
That would be very depressing.
Either never had it or they took it out given current times.
I
One or the
mean,
other.
it'd be kind of Phil, depending.
I was gonna have Hawk steal a name from there in case he needed to give a fake identity.
Oh, one more thing
I have a fake name for you.
I bet you do.
Actually, hey, Alec, roll me a D100.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Badger. Some of the descriptors on Richie Yuli's card matches Hawk, but not like only half of it. Maybe like 63%. I guess the inverse would be 30. Only about 37% matches. The other 63 don't. So.
I mean, the thing is Hawk most of the time hides most of his features. So like, Burn is the eye.
Oh,
the eye
Yuli.
Does Hawk let it know he needs another name?
You know what? I think you would hear him muttering to himself as he sort of flips towards the end of the newspaper. He says, "No obituary section. Guess I'm staying Hawk of Haskell."
I didn't mean to overhear you or anything, but
But
I
you did.
found this. It all goes for it.
He squints at you over his newspaper and looks at you're holding up the passport and the ID, whatever it is. What is that?
It's a passport. It has a name in it.
You got a passport.
I found it. It was right here on the ground, right in front of us.
He looks at Badger, looks down, looks at Hawk.
Like hell it was.
I'm going to back up.
Right there in front of you.
He angrily closes the newspaper up, puts it under his arm, yanks it out of your hand. Opens it up.
Takes it.
You see this Dock Worker Guild's identification item for a one Richie Yuli. He's taller than you, but only by a couple of inches. He does have a different hair color though. Eye color, you guys are the same, so that's cool. It doesn't say complexion or skin tone, fortunately, so you're core there. And the fact that you're not a dock worker, you're a horse worker, not a dock worker, so you'll be a semi-literal fish out of water.
Yeah.
Oh my
So that's-
god.
So
Horse out of field.
a horse out of field. There you go.
Horse? Where?
Yeah. Irina just like looks back. Are you talking about me? So you have an identification card, well, not card, booklet that you sort of not really match.
This man was ginger. But my eyes are blue enough, and my hair is kind of red when the sunlight hits it, so screw it.
No,
Folds it up, puts it in his pocket.
if thou'st in need of changing thine hair, I do have a makeup kit.
I am all set.
You're like, I'm so good, you don't even know. It's okay.
Bard, I guess it's technically disguise kit, but
Yeah.
because there's no actual like makeup kit for like actors and stuff like that. Acting kit. So yeah, Eva can dye your hair with some of the stuff she has.
I am not
God.
turning ginger today.
She chuckles. We'll leave it as a last
then.
resort. Don't worry. But we might not have need of it, so you can say perhaps that you're slightly shorter because your back has dampened a bit from your dock working occupation.
He already has poor posture. He already
Posture.
slouches quite a bit.
And
But-
as for the hair color, then, well, I've heard of people growing out of blonde status. She flourishes her own hair. But, I've never heard of anyone growing out of ginger.
Well, it just says red. That's a pretty broad hair color. But my hair's more
There is
brown
an
than
herb.
red.
There is an herb that will turn your hair color if it's darker, like brown, or not quite sure if it works with black hair. But if it's brown adjacent, it'll turn your hair into a coppery red. I don't have any, but it exists.
Perhaps we can find it. If we need it in a pinch.
Gonna have to be a big pinch. I assume it has his age on there as well, right?
Yes, it does.
How old was he? Is he? I
he-
guess he's still alive.
Dead.
I didn't kill him. I promise.
There can be only one Richie Yuli.
Richie of Yoli is 24.
Yeah, 3-year difference. Easy.
I mean, high enough features, and yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys continue on your way. I need to roll something. I need to roll a social perception.
With a new party member, Richie.
What class are you, Richie?
Roll Richie.
No, crap.
That tracks. That tracks. That tracks. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
What was that for?
Don't worry
Sorry
about it.
about it. Yeah.
So you guys continue on your way to the precinct, keeping your eyes and ears open for any people that might have seen a captain recently that you could follow the hot trail of, or any other potential avenues. Let's see here. Okay, well, that is seen. You find nothing on the way there. Valtonio is about as large as this Valcaster, the side that you guys were previously on. So the precinct is towards the waterfront. Not exactly on it. It's not waterfront property, but it's in that direction. Whereas your guys' entrance is on the eastern side. So do a quick really shit drawing, actually.
Oh wait, were we doing the D12 stuff?
Oh, you're right, we were. Well, that's for like if like combat encounters and stuff
Okay,
are on the table,
gotcha.
which I hope a combat encounter on the table.
I hope not. I don't.
So those are some
Pitbull gets
really
loose.
Oh, there, criminal
Oh
stop.
my god.
parallel lines, plague
Triple named
zone,
Universe Destroyer.
Val, and a Val. Yeah. You guys don't know exactly where you were in the ground zero zone, but you guys entered Valtonio through here, this eastern side. The guard precinct is here, so you guys do have to go a bit far. It's only 38 feet, Crash. You guys do have to go a bit far in order to get to the precinct, so it does take you guys probably an hour and a half or so. So by the time you guys make it to the guard precinct, it's about 5 o'clock. I would say sundown for narrative effect.
Nice.
It is fall. You're right. It would be harvest time. So it's dark at this point.
Yo, we have time now.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. It is dark, but you can still see the last rays of sunlight across the horizon north of you.
Yeah, also to
So
be fair,
it's like-
the massive
it's like
fire
twilight.
is definitely going to light it up pretty damn well.
Not in the protected zone up here, funnily enough.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, it is lanterns are being lit. Street lamps, my bad. Street lamps are being lit by the time you guys are getting close to the precinct. And by the time you guys make it to the precinct, "Good Night, Son" is playing in the meta soundtrack. The precinct has well, as you guys get there, a lot of people are like leaving. Most of them frustratedly. This crowd of people, which were previously lined up, begin dispersing as a guardsman does declare that, beyond this person, the precinct is no longer taking any more people.
Well,
And one person looks ecstatic. He's like, "Yes, yeah,
fuck you guys.
like a fucking guy who won the lottery in Fall New Vegas." So,
Okay, maybe not that extreme.
He's drinking like booze. And that's about as happy as that guy looks. But everyone else gets told to go back home,
Fuck
go back
off.
to their inn, etc. Yeah, fuck off. And like a crowd of people begin like going past you guys, like sort of grumbling like to each other, muttering, murmuring. Some of them are understanding. It's just like, I knew I got here too late. God damn it. But other people are like, I've been here for like 2 hours. What the fuck? Yeah. So a number of different responses from the crowd as they all flow past you guys, various directions out from the central. That's not courtyard, but it's like a plaza that leads up to the precinct. The precinct itself is it doesn't not too dissimilar from the Spire in terms of its architecture, but in its format, its dimensions, it is drastically different. It is a widespread building. Imagine like the White House for the U.S. 3 stories tall, and you could tell it houses probably a very hefty armory, a lot of office space, as well as the central barracks for the guardsmen here in central Velcaster, and hopefully the officers' quarters during these trying times. But as you guys look around, waiting for this crowd to get out of your way, better to just let it flow away versus try to push through it. It has either was prior or has become a central government building, as other notices say, if you need certain credentials, apply here. If you need like the funding piece for housing, abetting refugees, come here. You even see, albeit the scraps of it, one of the flyers that was plastered on a notice board for when the votes were being cast for becoming Valtonio. It's like the upper left half of that flyer, but it's there. So this is the government building.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me really wants to take that as like a memory piece of, yes, the start of all our shit.
We were here.
It'd be an interesting memento.
Go on then, take it.
Or are we allowed to just take it?
I mean, someone definitely took the bottom right of it.
Yeah.
Either they took it or they just ripped it off like you don't.
Probably that one.
If there's no problem with it, Jin would take the corner piece.
I don't think the
was
Maxes
there
will be
one
crying
section
out.
that said, if you're in need of housing, come here?
No. Nope.
No, I misheard that then. Never mind.
No, that was if you
There's
need like the
no
payments.
funding
Like you
for
already
the
have it set
housing.
up.
Yeah, if the
Funding.
Yeah.
agreement was already agreed upon, come here
Mhm.
to get your
Gotcha.
proven funding. But no, there's not a list or an application one fills out if you're in need of housing. It's good fucking luck. Make friends.
There's no Greg's list or anything.
Nope. Eventually, the crowd filters out, and you guys are not the only ones left at the plaza. There are some people that are just sort of hanging out, talking, going through documents that they brought / were missed. There are people that trickle out of the main building itself, Corley having been lucky enough to have their appointments today.
Hmm.
What do you guys do?
You break in.
Well, I don't think we have time to make appointments.
Considering.
We need to be upfront with the urgent matter that we're here for.
For leading with that.
Do we know, since we spoke to Gaspard about the captains, do we know if he's like in good with any of them in particular? Like Cantos?
Let me think.
Would he have been confident enough to say like, oh
Name
yeah,
drop me?
drop my name if...
I'll say yeah.
Okay.
I think Gaspard, we know from the one shot, Kentos was the one that saved you guys.
Yeah.
At the end of session, so you guys have that rapport with her. Of course, that's before you switch sides, but that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, it'll get intrigue because people know that Gaspard isn't around. So
Right.
Yeah. It'll drive intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, in good. I mean, technically, anyone and no one is in good with Fredetti. It depends entirely on what you can bring to Fredetti to see if,
See if we chill.
yeah. So simultaneously, his blessing and curse is that he's not gullible. He's not stupid. He doesn't believe any lie. But if something is plausible, he usually wants to see it himself. Right? He wants to address the situation himself, which is admirable in certain scenarios. But when you have fires that are across the city, walking to every single one takes time out of the day. So it is simultaneously a blessing and curse. So if you guys can talk to Ferretti and get him to believe you, then he'll meet you right fucking now. But I also know that you guys don't trust Ferretti, so...
That's Julio, right? Or
Julio Ferretti.
Yeah. Fuck Julio.
Fuck
Me
Julio.
and my homies hate Julio.
Hey, yeah. Can you get a Captain Julio? I got something I want to show. A sandwich. And he comes out. It's like a knuckle sandwich.
Captain Julio's refrigerator running.
And we're here to see Kentris.
As you guys are planning your guys' entrance, one person does go up to the set of guards that are like sort of occupying the front doors. Only one front door is ajar now, and these are big doors, so like ajar is enough for one person to shuffle through easily. But this individual, I don't know, he's about 5'9", 5'10" or so. Clearly from his attire, not from here.
Mm-hmm.
And he carries a very heavy-looking backpack on him, as well as a satchel, which he sort of begins like opening up as he walks up to the guardsmen up the stairs at the front doors. And if it were anyone else, or rather, if it weren't someone that the guards recognize, he might have been shot for reaching into a hidden compartment while walking up to a group of guards.
Yeah.
Not a smart idea. But they clearly know who he is, as they don't like shoot him, push him, or whatever. But you can hear they're a bit far away, some like 7. Well, that's a pretty decently sized plaza up the stairs. I would say 80 feet or so away. So you could barely catch whispers on them. But the guard does sound exasperated, tired. And then this individual is very dynamically and animatedly like showing off what looks to be a journal or a book of some sort, notebook of some sort, to the guard, and the guard's like, He's shaking his head, no. He's pointing away from the building. You can tell by body language what they're saying.
He's some kind of fucking.
This motherfucker is like trying to be a bard, like, oh, look at my sweet book that I wrote. I'm an adventurer.
Abathur's Sirius Saga. That is an actual book, by the way. That's where the quote-unquote serious stories go. No one believes that, though. But
Abathur's Sirius Saga. It's a blank book.
The best one is Abathur's Epic Epics. That one's a good one. There's a whole book series for them. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like Harry Potter. But eventually, after like 10 minutes or so, this individual does like give up. Like his head droops down. Like, dang it. He kicks rocks, pounds sand, that sort of stuff, and begins going down the staircase.
Towards us?
I wouldn't say directly towards but it was past your general direction. We'll say. Like this plaza has 5 entrances. It's like here, I'll just draw real fast. We use white for this is the piked fencing. There is a open gate, similar to the spire actually. Open gate like so. Then there is, we'll use purple, a set of steps. And then the front door, or I guess it's like patio section, which has like columns. It looks like something like a UFO abducting something.
What is it?
And then there are the front doors.
And then we're on like this side.
Yeah. There. Oh, I didn't change color. Like,
I don't know why, but my brain says it would make more sense for the doors to be flipped. That way, if someone's trying to like break in and the doors are closed, they have to push against the hinges on the door.
Funnily enough, that this is actually how it should be, because
Really?
the logic is if you're trying to close the gate, do you want to close it from your side or do you want to push out and then try to pull it back in?
You know what? Fair, actually.
Yep, that's a classic Siege little fun fact. So this is the main plaza space. It looks like a guy smiling with his eyes and his eyebrows.
From Dark Souls 3.
I'm the secret antagonist.
So yeah, this is how the plaza breaks out into 5 main. This is core like maybe not the heart of the city, but one of its organs. And you guys are situated. Actually, we have a party token thing from past campaigns. We can use that.
I think so.
These are tongues.
Tongues!
Ladies, please.
Yeah, so you guys are sat right here.
And then
So-
Crazy Book Man is going like over there or over here.
We'll say he's going this way.
I moved to intercept.
You moved to intercept.
Richie moves to intercept.
Richie goes to C12.
Boy, Richie.
You're gonna meet this NPC. I'm Yichi Ruli. Nice to meet you.
As I get close, I'll go ahead and say, "Oh mate, why did you turn you away?"
You're gonna just silly
Sorry. Sorry.
They caught all of us off guard.
I was expecting
Yeah, I bet you weren't.
I bet you fucking
It's I didn't set up an appointment, and I guess my questions are. He stops for a moment. A bit too high end for any normal clerk to receive. Who are you? Is Hawk the only one going, or do other people go with him? Do you back your boy?
I mean, does he want us to, or does he want to handle this?
I'm just trying to think if it would help or hinder to have a dog person come after her. Yeah, I'll follow him.
Any other takers?
I imagine Jin would rather stay over here and be like, okay, so what do we got to do next? What's the next step? Trying to figure that out.
Don't want to intimidate him by all swarming, so
Yeah.
stay behind.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
Ground him.
You got there?
Ultras to a corpse!
Oh, what's that book you got there, huh?
You're about to get mollywopped.
Um.
Give us your